Hey, what's up, you guys? It is Sydney here from ofmisfitplays, and today we're going to be creating a little family getaway home in the new Salvadorada. I know I am a little late getting to this, but I was up in Chicago with my little daughter for a little family vacation, getting to see my family and everything, and her getting to see everyone again. And so I had to put this kind of on the back burner. I did create this home before I left, but I wasn't able to get along to editing it or doing a voiceover or any sort of music over anything like that. So here we are, finally getting into it, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I had a really fun time creating it. I was trying to do something sort of out of my comfort zone and something that I haven't really felt like anyone had done yet. So what we have here are 3 different buildings, and right now I am creating kind of like a lake or kind of like a pond of some sort. I love the idea of them having like a pool that they can use and swim in, but I also wanted it to look natural, so we will be adding lots of greenery in the area to make it kind of look like it's more of, you know, a little natural lake, natural pond that just so happened these houses were built around it. So the idea here is that these are 3 different little huts, I guess you can call them, little clay huts, and each one is going to serve a different purpose. So this one right here, which I am struggling to find a color for, I spent like probably a majority of my time was struggling to find colors that I liked for these because I wanted them to be different and colorful. But we have that first one, that little light blue one over on your right hand side. That one is going to be more of our like living area, the little eat-in kitchen and a bathroom. And then the tan one, which I do change to a red color, there we go. That one is going to be the master bedroom, and then the taller one is going to be another little seating area with some games and a kid's bedroom up top, so you can have up to 4 Sims going on the vacation with you. And of course, if you have something like the outdoor retreat, if you have that game pack, they do come with like, you know, tents and stuff, and so you can always bring those along with your family and have more people out here with you. But for the purpose of this build, I only made it 2 single beds up top and then the master bed down below, so just a cute little, you know, small little family of 4 can go on vacation and enjoy themselves. I did, in fact, limit myself to the packs that I was using, so I only used Outdoor Retreat, Jungle Adventure, Laundry Day, and I believe Base Game. Like, I think I only used 3 packs for this, but I'm not 100% sure, so let's see if we can find out if I used any other ones. I'm pretty sure those were the only ones I used, mainly because I felt like a lot of the Outdoor Retreat, those clutter items went along really great with just the vibes of, you know, vacation place. And I ended up using the little fire pit, and it was just great having, you know, 2 little vacation home items in the Sims now, so we can create cooler, you know, things, cooler, more realistic vacation homes and stuff like that. Down here now, so this is where I am making more of that natural pond and kind of look, adding a lot of greenery and stones and everything in it. Now, your Sims can actually swim in this with everything in it. It's more kind of like an aesthetic. It just makes it look a lot nicer, so I do spend a lot of time kind of working on this. Lots of, you know, moving and upscaling and downscaling items, kind of giving it like an effect that it is a real little pond, and these are all plants that are naturally kind of growing inside of there. Now, the only issue that I had, which I did not fix before I uploaded, if you see those little I guess lily pads on the upper right there of the pond, those actually are in your way, so you will have to either delete them or move them. But other than that, the whole lake or swimming pool is friendly, and so your Sims will be able to swim around and use that. Alrighty, so here we are now kind of adding a lot of greenery and a lot of plants around. Now, something that I should probably be more conscious of and do, which I don't do, I have plans to what I think looks good. They tend to look possibly overgrown and a little unrealistic, and I have a hard time looking around the surroundings. But I did use, you know, mainly Base Game, Jungle Adventure, so I feel like it should blend in pretty well to the surroundings and everything. but I am still working on my whole landscaping. I do not think I am the best at it, but we are getting there, so hopefully soon I will, practice makes perfect, and that is one thing I definitely know I need to work on better. So we're just, scaling some different greenery here. So as you guys know, this is my first official voiceover, so sorry if I'm not so great at it, and if my voice is shaky, or if I say like or so a lot. I don't really know what I'm doing. I am kind of winging it and trying to figure out as we go. So I don't know. I don't know if I should really be talking about the build so much, or if I should just be telling you, I don't know what's been going on, but right now, I guess I'm just going to talk about the build for as much as I can and kind of get used to that idea. I just recently actually downloaded The Sims 4. I had been following YouTubers on it for at least the past 2 or 3 years. I am a huge fan of, Deligracy, The Sim Supply, Little Simsy. They are the reason that I wanted to get the game so bad, and I was so obsessed with it. So luckily, my fiance was able to purchase the game for us for Christmas. And since then, I have downloaded every single expansion pack, stuff pack, and game pack because I am just obsessed and I just want to play with all of it and I just want to have fun. So here we are now kind of stepping into a realm that I am not used to 100%, but this is something I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to make a YouTube channel and do something I love and do something creative, and I'm so happy that I was able to find The Sims and create something beautiful with it and get to have fun and get to express myself through it. So this has been really awesome, and I've been enjoying playing the game so much. I can just definitely say that I have played this game just about every day since I've gotten it, except for that week I was up in Chicago, and I was really close to downloading the game on my other laptop, but I need to keep my school stuff and my fun stuff on 2 different computers, so we ended up not doing that, and I just enjoyed spending time at home with my family. But I am in love with this stuff pack, or I guess it's a expansion pack. I am in love with this so much. I love all the items. I feel like they're so versatile. I have seen so many builds where people have been using them in more modern homes, and then people have just been using them in just their regular Sims homes, and I just love how creative you can be with it and how just expressive it is. Even though it is such like a kind of like jungle Spanish theme to it, it is still so well done that you can create anything with it, and I am just in love with that idea, and I've been having so much fun playing around with it, creating different homes and different buildings. I do have another vacation home that will be coming up hopefully later this week. That one is a lofted vacation home, so there's, it's just one all up in space, just one building. It is going to be really cool, and I'm super excited for you guys to see it because I really love that house. I think it turned out way better than I could have ever imagined, and I actually created that one before I did this one, and it's what inspired me to make this home. So hopefully you like both of them. They were, slightly inspired by each other. Right now, we are just going around getting my window placement, getting some ideas. One issue that I do have personally is if I don't put a window on a wall, I don't know what else to put on that wall. Not necessarily from the inside, but from the outside. And especially buildings like this, I feel like they have to kind of be interesting on the outside due to their just a clay building, or like that's what, the look we're going for is just a clay home. And so I feel like they needed something on the outside to kind of, spark interest of sorts. So we are just getting some window and door placement. You may notice that there is not a door to the lower level currently of the 2-tier building. And I do fix that, but not until the very end. And that is utterly my fault. I was going through taking the screenshots, I believe, honestly, maybe player testing it, and I realized that there wasn't any way to get into that room. So I do go back and I fix that. I add a door under the stairwell that is usable. So, right here, I love this part. I think it turned out so cool and so interesting. Now, these items, I love the look of them, those little stones, and I just made my own little collage of them because I wanted to use them, but I also felt like they were very strong. And so I kind of scaled them down a bit and made a little collage of them to kind of give you a feel that, this is Salvadorada and this is what you're here for. And I do like the idea of this being a little bit cluttered because it is a family home, and I just imagine that they brought a lot of junk with them and a lot of things, and they just wanted to, you know, just bring everything. They have all their kids, so they had to bring all this stuff with them, and then they just cluttered up the place with all their belongings. And yeah, so right now I am just getting some lighting in here, trying to make it look realistic, but I don't want the lights to stick out too much. And I also realized that those little things had, those little weeds, I guess came in like a pot plant kind of sort of system. So I'm trying to cover them up as best as I can. And as you will see, this over here to the left where those clutter pots are is where the door will soon be. So I will be deleting those and moving them. I am a huge fan of these vases. I think they are so cool, and I love how they come in rustic tones and realistic tones. That way, you know, you can kind of mix and match, and I was able to scale them up and scale them down and kind of give them a more realistic look. Here we have the little bathroom. It took me a second or two to figure out what I wanted the layout to be, but once I did, it was super easy. Bathrooms are probably, I want to say, my least favorite room to do, but I feel like they're so simple and boring that I just do them too quickly. I don't know. There's nothing really interesting that happens in a bathroom, so they're pretty easy to do. So right now, this right here is our little kitchen nook, or little eating kitchen. So we have a 4-seater table. Again, this house was mainly built for only 4 Sims. So we just have a little tiny 4-seater table, though there will be a bar and an extra seating area put in later, so you can have more Sims sit around a table and eat, along with the fact that Sims kind of eat wherever the heck they want to. But I do not have a computer nor a TV in the slot, just because I believe this is kind of meant more for family and more for going out on the jungle adventures. So you don't want your Sim coming back and just sitting on the TV or playing on the computer. I do add one of those gaming, like the pop-up gaming stations that came from Outdoor Retreat. So if your Sim does need to get their fun up, you do have one of those, along with the archaeology table, so they can, you know, work on figuring out whatever they found and discovering all of that fun stuff. I do realize too, later on when I was taking the screenshot, I noticed some of these items that I'm placing on the counter here started to be floating, so you will have that in your game. I am sorry, I was not able to fix that before I had posted it, which, if you want, you can follow me on the Origin. My Origin ID is ofmisfitplays, and I do post all of my builds there, all of my speed builds, room builds, and all of my characters that I create do go straight up to my Origin right after making them. I would love for you to follow that. It is so much fun. Sometimes I don't even make a video. I just create something and I will always post it there. So if you want to stay updated, please go ahead and follow me on that. Again, it is at ofmisfitplays. So right now is this little game area. So if your Sims do need to have some fun or want to have some fun, we do have this. And still, I was completely oblivious to the fact that there was not a door until just now when I was putting in the chairs, and I realized, hey, I cannot even get into here. So the house was put in. There is a door. Don't worry, we figured it out. Now, one thing I love about this was the carpets that came with it. I did use both of them. I believe I only used one of each. I don't think I put any more than 2 in the house, but I just love how colorful they are and how well they can go along with kind of any sort of theme or any ideas you have. Again, there is a little bar seating area in the right hand corner there, so your Sims can make themselves some drinks and just relax by the water and enjoy the view in Salvadorada. And here we have just a simple little kids room for them. Nothing super crazy. Like I said, I love these potted plants, and it is so much fun to put other pot plants that we have and put them inside of there. It's just so neat to, you know, be able to explore and do creative things like that. So yeah, I think right now we're just doing some finishing touches, getting a couple little extra doohickeys here and there, little clutter items. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and don't forget, you can download this house on the Origin by ofmisfitplays, and I will leave you guys to the screenshots. Thank you.